How's it going, crew? So we've done another season with Project Parma, our Twitch save. That's 2 seasons down now. Last season we finished 11th. So how did we fare in season 2? Let's have a look. There is the final league table, and you can see we have progressed from 11th, which is what we wanted in the first place, and we finished 8th. It was a little bit disappointing, which we'll get to, because on the last day of the season we had a big chance to claim that 7th place, which would have got Parma back into Europe. But it wasn't to be. But an 8th place finish from 11th, not too bad. Now, crew, we gave it our all in that closing moments of the season. If you look at the last 5 or 6 games there, we drew with Lazio, who finished 2nd. We drew away at Inter Milan. We beat Torino. We beat Napoli away from home, the team that got 7th. It was the last game of the season. We needed a win to beat Crotone, and if we'd got that victory, we would have finished 7th. Oh, here we go, crew. Caglio, throw in it goes. There's carnage in there. Oh, it's in the post! That's how close we were. A post in the 90th minute. That goes in. We get into Europe. But thinking about the bigger picture, it might be a blessing in disguise. Because if we go to the league table now, there it is. You can see by Napoli's name there in 7th. It says EC2, which is like the Europa Conference League. So it's like an entry-level Europe. It's kind of like the Aldi version of European competition. So it's maybe a good thing to miss out on. Meaning next season we can really think about trying to crack this top 6, which is going to be our goal in season 3. Now, yes, again this season we have had some magnificent results against some of the big boys. I just showed you the Inter and the Napoli results there, and the Lazio. But there's one that stands out a mile, and it's just up here. Now, anyone who's played Italian football on FM is going to have problems with Juve, Zebra. They beat us twice last season, but this season we go to Zebra and we beat them 3-1. An outrageous performance. We played on the counter-attack like we do, ball over the top. Esposito, who we'll get to, put us in the lead after 13 minutes. Then from the corner, Zagadou, one of the best loan signings I've ever done. 2-0 up at half time, and what I'm most proud of, Juve came out of the blocks in the second half, got one back, but we stuck to our guns and continued to play well, won a penalty, and Esposito once again put it in. 3-1 away at Juve is no joke. We lost 10 games this season. Now last season we lost a load against the lower teams, and unfortunately if you look down the bottom there you can see Lecce and Genoa. You guessed it, we somehow managed to lose against those. If I hover over our loss column there, you can see Genoa beat us 4-1, and it was right in the middle of a great run for us. It just came out of nowhere. I can't explain it. They battered us. Then Lecce beat us at home, which was a big blow, 2-1. The other teams that beat us, I can kind of accept it. Milan beat us 2-3. Milan went on to win the league, only losing 2 games. Roma beat us, Napoli beat us, Inter beat us, and another defeat to Juve. But we are definitely making strides. Transfers really helped. Let's have a look at the boys that we brought in last summer. What can I say about this boy? Sebastiano Esposito. If you have not signed him yet and you're in the early days of your FM save, get over to Inter, get him on loan. You'll get him for £10,000 a week, maybe a loan fee. He's completely worth it. He drilled in 27 goals in Serie A, 28 in total. He was the top scorer in the league. He equalled Hernan Crespo's Parma record. What more can I say? And the best thing about Esposito is he's agreed to re-sign for next season. Get in. Loan signings were key. Don't know how I did this. I got Dan Axel Zagadou in on loan from Borussia Dortmund. Absolute mountain of a player. I raided Inter again. Now remember, Parma are Inter's feeder club, if you like. They're affiliate club, so it's a bit easier for me to get players off Inter. And Eddie Salcedo, he's down as a winger, but I played him up front there with Esposito quite often. Only started 8 games, off the bench, bit of an impact player, but he scored 7 times. Came in January, I believe. Once again, re-signed for next season. In theory, I've got my strike force ready. I'm expecting big things. So I've got a 20-year-old and a 19-year-old up front. Wow. Another boy on loan, Alex Collado, and he's came from Barca, so you know he's coming from good stock. Look at his stats. silly. I'm playing him as a Mazzala. Occasionally we may push him into that advanced midfield spot, but with my tactic, which we'll come on to next, he fits in the Mazzala role and he can play attacking. Really good. Lacking a little bit of work rate, but the boys in midfield with him kind of make up for that. Bit inconsistent, but still 16 starts, 15 off the bench, so 31 overall. He's got a 6.9 rating. I expect big things for him next season because you guessed it, we've got him on loan again. I said at the end of last season I was going to tweak my tactics somewhat, and you know what? We didn't do it too much. I really am zoned and focused, stubbornly so perhaps, on making this 5 at the back work because I rarely see it in FM, and to get this working is a bit of a big thrill for me. When we're going away to the teams like Lazio and Inter and grafting out 0-0s or 1-0 away wins, I'm getting as much joy from that as I am from 9-0 batterings in other saves. So we're going to keep persistent with it. So we've just started pre-season. I've told you about those 3 loan signings I've managed to extend. They're going to be the heartbeat of the team. But we had a little shop around during the stream and we found this fella, Fasto Vieira. We'll work that out and out. But we've got him signed and he's cost 6 million, which is more than his value, but he's only 22. And look at them stats. Now, at the minute, he's a deep line playmaker in an ideal world. But the more I look at him, the more I'm thinking this boy could be retrained as a libero. He's got concentration, he's got great positioning, he's got the vision and passing that a midfielder has, but he's got attributes that a defender's got as well, such as your tackling, your work rate and your decisions. Interested to see when he comes through. We'll have a proper look at his attributes when they're completely unmasked. Worst case scenario, he goes straight into my central midfield. Best case scenario, we've just found ourselves a libero to retrain. So I'm off to pre-season now. We're going to make a few more signings. We don't need many. The keeper, Sepe, has gone from 5 million to 16 million in the space of 2 seasons. He's on the rise. Happy with most of my defence. My fullbacks are really good. We need that libero, like I said. Possibly 2 more centre halves. Possibly a centre midfielder. And that's about it. We don't want to do too much, so we're going to try and get the best players we possibly can. The signing of Esposito back on loan will be huge. Goals for next season. So we finished 11th for season 1. We finished 8th season 2. We have to break into that top 6 next season. So it's on Twitch. At the minute I'm twitching. I'm streaming quite a lot because I'm off work due to a knee surgery. So come join us. It's usually 3-4 times a week, mid-morning or early afternoon. If you follow me on Twitter, I'll give updates on there. Book Crew Project Parma is going well. I'm loving the slow build of it all. 11th, 8th. What will season 3 bring?